Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I go by that name across all my social media platforms. If you're joining me here for the very first time, guys, I post fragrance related content. So if that style of content is your cup of tea, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. That is how you can support this channel. To those who are returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. In this video, I'm going to give you fruity offerings from Lattafa fragrances that you can purchase if you love the fruit note in your fragrance to be in the lead. And let me say that Saffron is part of Lattafa, as well as RIVE and which other one? And Maison Alhambra. So if I pick a Maison Alhambra, I pick a RIVE, that is also part of Lattafa. Now, our number one on the list, guys, is going to be from Saffron, and this is Hiba. You can see the level at which it's at, that I absolutely love this fragrance and I've hammered the heck out of this fragrance. This was not exactly like a love, like 100% love at first sniff, but this is one that if you let sit, you're going to enjoy the concentration even more. This, guys, is your guava and peach offering working together with bergamot and some florals, but it keeps that guava. So if you love the note of guava in your fragrances, you're going to get it from here. And this guava then pairs with like a caramel thing there as it macerates. It becomes like a caramel yummy offering of that fruit, and I absolutely love this one, guys. This is why I thought to recommend it here. They do not list a note of patchouli in here, but I do think there is like a heady patchouli in this mix. So if you don't mind that, then this is an absolute recommendation, guys, from Saffron. Is going to be your fruity mix here, composed of the guava there as a note. Sitting on number one, guys, is Hiba. Second on the lineup, guys, is going to be Caid Alfasan, the black one. Okay, there's another one called Caid Alfasan Unlimited Edition, and that one is in white. Now, this is here because it's your pineapple delight. If you love pineapples, you're going to love this fragrance, guys. However, it does have like spices there in the mix. It does have like a soft saffron and some woods, but it's the pineapple note that you're going to identify offset, in as much as this later on in the dry down will give you those like a spicy, gentle, masculine thing. It's the pineapple that made me bring this fragrance, guys, because first, second, third spritz there, you're gonna go, wow, now that's pineapple. Okay, so this is here, guys, from Lattafa as your pineapple offering, one that I can absolutely recommend if you love that style of fragrance, and it's Caid Alfasan. Third on the lineup is a fragrance that I seem to just sorely speak about this fragrance, guys. I've seen the black one making rounds. Al Maknoon. A lot of people have picked the black one. I'm not sure whether this has been discontinued, because this was one of the very new Lattafas, like I added in my collection while I was starting my Lattafa collection, which was 2018, 2019, somewhere thereabouts. So I don't know whether this one is still in production or it's been discontinued, but I thought to bring Al Maknoon here, the gold one, guys, because this, to me, simply put, is lemon and lime. It's your aromatic, spicy mix of lemons and lime. That is what you're gonna smell, guys. There is woods, there is spices, but there is that unmistakable sour feel of lime or, you know, bergamot working together with those spices. And what I love about it is it keeps that accord. It keeps that sour, lemony accord. The spices and the woods give it like a twist there and a weight there. But if you love, you know, sour fragrances, if you love your bergamot fragrances, if you love the smell of lemons and lime, then Al Maknoon is going to do it for you, guys. And it's sitting on our number 3. Fourth on the list, guys, is going to be your offering of juicy, ripened red apples. If you love that smell, if you walked in the supermarket and you went to the fruit aisle and there were that loads of apples to an extent that they're all you can smell, that sweet, fruity, ripened feel of apples. That is what you get from this, guys. And that apple works together with a lychee. But for most, it's going to be just the apple that they smell, guys, in this one. It does dry down to, you know, an addition of spices entering the mix there, a little bit of a woodiness, but it's the apple. When I received it and I sprayed it for the first time, I was like, oh, really? You know, because it was a light offering. It was an offering that leaned even a juvenile when I sprayed it for the first time, but it thickened and it turned to be a juice that even men, you know, will love this, because the use of those woods and spices, they'll be felt, but they don't overtake that apple. So you're just gonna have like a fruity, you know, a fruity scent around you that is not juvenile, that is not too mature, that is not trying to do too much, that just gives the apple and the lychee a time to shine, a sweet fruit scent bubble. And let me just quickly say this, although I'm going to bring it you know, later on. I got a question from a subby. They wanted to know whether having both is redundant and what the differences are, because they said, I absolutely hate this one. Now let me say, this starts off fruity, but then the woods that enter the mix in this one become so woody. To an extent, it leans masculine. Okay, this particular one. Now, this is just a safe umbrella of notes working together all through, and mostly apple. So, if you are conflicted as to which one you should purchase between Alive Now and this, I'm going to say this is a better juice. Absolutely a better juice, although both are fruity. And like I said, I'm going to bring Alive Now in a bit. So Berry Al Oud, guys, is a fruity offering from Lattafa, and if you love fruity scents, doesn't get fruitier than this, I absolutely recommend this one, and it's sitting on our number 4. The fifth on the lineup, guys, is this one, Ajwa. If you are looking for a sophisticated fragrance, a fragrance that is not mainstream, if you love dates as a fruit, if you love the savory, are dates even sweet? I'm going to call them semi-sweet. If you love that savory, semi-sweet feel of dates, you're going to get it from this fragrance, guys. So this is going to be your fruit offering, in as much as it also does take a direction of, you know, the addition of the woods there a little later on. It is one that I can absolutely recommend if you are not into your stereotype you know, fruits, like I just want raspberry, I just want apple. This is going to be your fruit mix with a twist, with that sophistication, with that nobody can outright pin out what you're smelling like type of situation. And it's here, guys, is Ajwa. So anyway, as for number 6, let us just get Alive Now out of the way, right? Because I might end up not even talking about this, thinking I have spoken about it. This is from Maison Alhambra, another fruit offering there, right? This, however, let me just spray it there. This is your syrupy, sweet, raspberry and lychee fruit mix. When you spray it for the first time, it's going to remind you of, say you bought a raspberry forward effervescent soda where you pop that and it just kind of, you know, like gets into the air there because it was a little shaken about there when you're moving about with it in the supermarket. This is going to give you that burst, that initial burst of that syrupy, sweet raspberry feel there, mixing with a lychee. But like I said, don't let that fool you. This fragrance then introduces woods there, and to an extent the woods kind of start to do a little too much in the 1.5 hour mark going forward with this fragrance. And I can see why it is probably built that way. I think maybe they wanted it to have the longevity, because those woods make it long lasting, but unmistakably make it masculine leaning, in as much as a woman can wear this. So this is a split between two: syrupy sweet fruitiness, then drying down to woodsy. But if you don't mind that, then yes, this is absolutely gonna do it for you guys. So to recommend it here as our number 6. 7 on the lineup, guys, is gonna be So Candid, a fragrance I wish had a better performance, but for the price, it's okay. This is off Maison Alhambra. Oh my God. The space, guys, the space feels as though I've just opened a packet of the yummiest smelling bubble gum, right? Or I'm just chewing on that. It just is a punch there that you wish would hold on. But unfortunately, the performance in here fizzles. You know, it gives you a burst and then it fizzles after like 3 hours. This is a fragrance that just becomes a skin scent. However, if you are into fruity fragrances, this is gonna do it for you. This you can even gift a teen, you know, because this is definitely going to put a smile on somebody's face, especially first off, because guys, the So Candid is a burst of raspberry. And then it has tuberose. The tuberose in here is creamy, and it also has an addition of a milk note as a separate note. So expect a creaminess of tuberose working with a milky note, and then that raspberry giving it like a bubblegummy accord. It is just simply put yummy, guys. Here on our number 7, for those who love fruits, is So Candid by Maison Alhambra. Next up, guys, is Yara Dupes. The color of this bottle is exactly what's in it. Mangoes. If you love mangoes, guys, if you love a tropical, fruity feel of a fragrance, Yara Dupes is gonna give it to you. The mango in here is so prominent. It's almost as if you bit into it or you're cutting into mango. Can be a little bit too much for some. I totally get it, because until I bought this one, which I did for the mango note, then sprayed it and wore it, it got to a point where it was like, you know, I'm not sure whether I dig mango to this extent. So you're gonna get mango from this, guys, mixing with a coconut there and some florals, tropical vibe there, sunny, happy fragrance. If you love fruity fragrances, definitely try Yara Dupes, guys. It's everything I've said and probably even more. Mango, coconut, florals. Mango, coconut, florals. That is what you expect, guys, from Yara Dupes. Number 9, guys, is going to be Confidential Private Gold, inspired by Kirke. If you love a fruity Chypre overall, this is going to give it to you, because you're going to get raspberry, you're going to get plum, pear, passion fruit, the lot, and those are going to be in the forefront, presenting as very syrupy. So that is another thing I can say about this. You've got to love very sweet fragrances, in as much as the dry down for Confidential Private Gold is a bit on the woodsy side there. It has the addition of the woods. It keeps that jammy syrupiness there, you know, all through. So before you buy this, guys, make sure you are crazy about fruits, and especially jammy, ripened, leaning fruits right there. And this won't disappoint you, guys. It is Confidential Private Gold, and it is sitting, guys, on our number 9. 10th on the lineup, guys, is Lattafa's Sator. This is still full. I am going to see if I can maybe gift somebody this fragrance. It is inspired by Bitter Peach, or at least shares the same DNA as Bitter Peach, although they have punched it up to give it their own twist. This is a fragrance that, despite that, it keeps the peach identical to that in Bitter Peach. The blood orange also is identical to that in Bitter Peach. It just takes a little different direction there, where the woods come into the mix, and a vetiver there that is very masculine leaning that they have added here. Also, it is kind of dusty leaning, that same vetiver, and it is just for that reason that I probably will gift somebody this one, because I don't reach out for it that much. I love the original Bitter Peach, and I do have that one in my collection, and I love how the peach has been left to just be peaching in that particular one. However, if you're a peach lover, if you're looking for a fragrance that's going to be in the same vein as Bitter Peach, if you love fruity Lattafas, this is one that had to make it in this lineup, guys. It is called Sator, and it is sitting on our number 10. 11th on the lineup, guys, is going to be Lattafa Sakina. This is a fragrance that I do not see a lot of people talk about. Again, this is a fragrance that didn't get a fair chance of, let me say, hype. Because it just came and went for some reason. But this is passion fruit in a bottle. It's going to give you a vibe again of I'm pretty sure I have bought a cider that smelled like this, but it just doesn't come to mind at the moment. But I think there's a cider, a liqueur cider that smells like this. Tropical punch, passion fruit is what you're going to get from this. Raspberry and oranges. That punch and keeping that tropical vibe to it is what Sakina is all about. Now, let me just bring this one here so that I can kind of contrast, because I often get questions in the comment section for either Sakina or this one, whether this is the same thing, whether it's redundant to own both. Let me say these two are not the same. They share the same fruity DNA. They're both fruities. They're both fruity Chypre fragrances. However, they're doing two different things. This is your apple bomb, guys. Juicy, ripened red apples. Not even that Granny Smith green apple. Juicy, red, big apples swimming in a lychee juice. Whereas this is kind of like a variety of those fruits, you know, where if you walked into the store and you bought yourself a tropical juice where it says tropical, you're expecting a lot of fruits there, you know, to be doing a lot there in the mix, in the taste of that juice. That is what I get from this. Passion fruit, raspberry, the lot. It's like a mixture of a lot of fruits, whereas this one is pretty linear in the sense that it's going to be mostly apple, a little bit of that lychee swimming in like a woodsy backdrop. So that is the differences. And if those differences are enough for you to think you need to own both, that's fine too. I own both and I wear these ones, guys, on, I'm going to say same weather, same occasion, but expecting different, you know, vibes there. Say if I'm feeling tropical, I'm going to wear this. If I'm just craving my yummy apple, then I wear this one, guys. So that is it, guys, for Lattafa's Sakina, and it is sitting on our number 11. The last one on the lineup, guys, is going to be from Art Al Zafran, and this is a Jazab Gold. Now, this fragrance undoubtedly has been likened to Le Nuit Tresor, and I did bring a full review of Jazab Gold, and I said this feels to me like a flanker as opposed to the original Le Nuit Tresor, because this one doesn't make it more about the incense dark rose. It actually makes it more about the fruity, lychee, raspberry combo there, leaning more towards kerosene than the original. Also has an inclusion of strawberry. So purchasing this one and spraying it off scents, you are definitely going to get a fruity bubble thing burst there, hitting you straight up, more so than you would get that incensey leaning rose. So if you love that style of fragrance, then this is going to give it to you. However, if I have lost you there and you're thinking, oh, so I was going to buy this one because I thought it's a Le Nuit Tresor dupe, and there you go again. See, no, you can absolutely purchase this if you love Le Nuit Tresor, the original, but I'm just saying it's not going to come across as thickened as the original, because to me it feels more like the fruity flanker of it, which is the kerosene, which is also, you know, in the same line as Le Nuit Tresor. So this is from Art Al Zafran, guys, and it is the last fruity Lattafa on this lineup, guys, in my collection. Although there is, guys, a lot more. Like, I just didn't feel like bringing back Rave now, because I think I have spoken the heck out of this fragrance, but it is also a fruity offering there if you love your pineapple. Instead, I thought to give you Kaid Al Fasan as you know, as a recommendation. So that's it, guys, for this video. These are the fruities from Lattafa. These are fragrances that are going to give you the fruit note more prominent than the other notes. And if you are into fruity fragrances, you're definitely going to love either one of the ones that I showed you here, because that is what you're going to get the most in, as much as they work with other notes right there. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Let me know of other Lattafa fruities there on the market. I thought to show you the ones that I have in my collection, because I love talking about fragrances that I actually have. For instance, Berry Al Oud, Glory and Honor is also pineapple forward, but because I don't have it, I didn't think it was necessary to bring it here. But it is also another fruity there on the market that I would have brought here if I have. So I would love to know, you know, some of the fruity Lattafas that you have come across, and you can drop them there in the comments section. Turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and most importantly, please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.